Hi again, everybody. Welcome to Inside Golf. I'm Harry Donahue. Coming up on today's show, we're going to introduce you to Betsy King. She's an LPGA Hall of Famer, won 6 majors, more than 40 tournaments, native of Reading, Pennsylvania. Recently, she held an outing at MidAm Springs, right outside of Reading, PA. The outing was to raise money for Betsy's foundation, Golf for Africa. A great cause and a great event with Betsy King. Also coming up today, the Golf Association of Philadelphia recently conducted its Mid-Amateur Championship. And GAP's Marty Emino will recap it for us. We'll meet the winner of another great GAP event. Our teed off panel will be right here at Lulu on the back deck, talking about the recent U.S. Open. So that's the lineup, and it's coming up next on Inside Golf. The 26th season of Inside Golf is presented by Destination Montco Golf. Your next golf getaway is in Valley Forge in Montgomery County, Pennsylvania. Visit valleyforge.org. By the First Tee Greater Philadelphia. The First Tee not only helps young men and women become better golfers, but most important, better people. Get involved. Visit firstteephiladelphia.org. By the Philadelphia Association of Golf Course Superintendents, a community of professionals enhancing the game of golf since 1925. Make sure you thank your golf course superintendent today. By the Golf Association of Philadelphia, GAP, celebrating amateur golf since 1897. By Jersey Man and Philly Man Magazine, a digital publication and private business network. Read the current issue free at jerseymanmagazine.com. By the Haverford Trust Company. For life's must-haves, there's Haverford. And by Inside Golf's partner since 1998, the Philadelphia PGA Section, the experts in the game and business of golf.
Golf is the great equalizer. For many, this journey is an escape from reality, a chance to be part of a team, a career opportunity. PGA Reach impacts lives through golf by lifting people up, giving them hope, and sending them down an alternate path that they never saw coming. With PGA Reach Philadelphia, as in life and in golf, the most important shot you take is the next one.
When you vacation in Montgomery County, PA, your money worries get a vacation too.
Oh, you gotta get your value.
Feel free to explore the soldiers' huts.
Free?
$4, that's it? Keep the lettuce coming, Diane.
Parking is free!
Hey, it's free!
With so many affordable things in Montgomery County, go ahead. Freak out.
Welcome back to Inside Golf from MidAm Springs, outside Reading in Berks County, and this is the Lady of the Hour. This is the reason everybody's here today, playing to help raise money for Golf for Africa, the Pennsylvania Pro-Am. Betsy King, a legend in women's golf and golf in general. Betsy, first of all, thanks for having us up here. The golf was great, the golf course historic, and what you're doing for Golf for Africa to help raise money so that the people there can have clean water, a basic necessity of life. You've been doing it for how long now?
Well, we started Golf for Africa in 2007. I took a life-changing trip to Africa at the end of 2006 and came back wanting to do something to make a difference. So I know, having played on the tour for 28 years, and I know how charitable golfers can be. So we started Golf for Africa, and to date we've granted World Vision, our partner on the ground, over $16 million to bring clean water to Africa, among other things, but the last 10 years exclusively clean water in literally hundreds of villages.
You know, and I read for $50, a donation of $50, that's enough money for one person to have enough water for their entire lifetime. I don't think enough people realize that.
No, it doesn't take a lot to make a difference, and as we said, $50 brings clean water to one person for a lifetime, so everybody can contribute and make a difference. But I'm excited that we're here at MidAm. You know, years and years ago there was a Women's U.S. Open here, and then just down the road at Berkeley Golf Club there was a LPGA event that ran for 9 years. So it's been fun to bring back 16 LPGA players to Berks County today, and we've had a great day, and at the same time, we're doing something good. You know, I grew up here. I always enjoy coming back here. I still, again, you know, my post-career, I've been off tour since the end of 2005, and just feel fortunate that I've gotten to use golf and celebrity to make a difference in Africa.
Well, I had a chance to play with a couple of the young ladies who were on tour. Both of them pregnant, by the way. And, you know, but they're still competing, hitting the ball well, looking forward for a couple more tournaments before they have to take maternity leave. And if they, I'm sure they do, look at you as a role model for what somebody can do off the golf course for a cause like Golf for Africa, that's another feather in your cap.
Well, I enjoy getting the chance to interact with the younger players, and that's how I get some of them here, is that I know them, and you know, you want to make it better for the next generation. And I had one of the players today ask me for advice on some things, and I just love the opportunity to help out any way that I can. I know when I had people speak into my life, it made a difference, and I want to be able to do that for others.
Well, for what you do, thank you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that, and you know, it just takes everybody to make a difference, and I'm glad we're able to do it.
I want to thank the team of Musselland Springs Golf Club.
I had the distinct pleasure of teaming up with two of the better golfers in this event today. One is no stranger to Inside Golf. That would be Oscar Mestre, the president of the Golf Association of Philadelphia. And Amy Olson is making her initial appearance here on Inside Golf. We're going to have you back, Amy. It was a pleasure. Wow, we had some great times out there today, didn't we?
We did. We hit a lot of great shots, actually made a couple putts, and you know, we feel like winners. We don't know if we won yet, but we feel like winners.
Right. Yeah, well, we'll find out soon enough. I can't imagine anybody would steal it from us. But anyhow, Amy has been in her career, how many years on tour?
This is my 10th year.
You grew up in North Dakota and turned out you're probably the best golfer in the history of North Dakota.
I'm the second on tour. Beverly Hansen, back in like the 50s, actually did what Rose Zhang just
Won her
did.
first event.
Won her first event.
So
So
she was
Beverly Hansen was from North Dakota.
And she's going into the Hall of Fame, I think,
yes,
isn't she?
that's correct.
Wow.
So I'm the second from North Dakota to ever be on tour.
Great for you. Runner-up in the U.S. Open, and then runner-up in Evian in Europe, and you're going to play at Pebble in this year's Open in July. You excited about that? And you're going to be delivering your first child right after that, or soon after.
Yeah, hopefully not on the golf course. I'll be about 7 months pregnant, so looking forward to being able to play, and it'll be a really cool story to tell boy or girl, whatever it is, down the road.
And I'm sure whoever it is going to be a great golfer. Something like Oscar Mestre. How would you describe? I'll let you describe Oscar Mestre's game, having played with him today for the first time.
I was a little offended that he outdrove me every single hole. But I
Get used to it.
I sure tried.
Oscar, did you have fun out there today?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, Amy was such a treat to play with. I mean, you know, wonderful personality and the camaraderie. I mean, it wasn't fake, right? We all really got along. We had a great time. It was awesome. And for what a great cause this is. It's the first time I've had an opportunity to play in it, and it's truly, they're doing great work.
I actually had the opportunity to go to Africa and see the work that they do firsthand. I think one of the things for me that's so exciting is this is a solvable problem. And within the next 8 to 10 years, every person on earth will have access to clean water. And Betsy has done, you know, obviously she had an incredible career on tour. And I think the impact that she's had after her tour career will go far, far beyond, you know, even a Hall of Fame career.
Right. She's well said. Special lady Betsy King. Another special lady, Amy Olson. Good luck the rest of the summer, and especially with your pregnancy, your motherhood, and all those good things. Thanks, Amy, for being here today.
Thank you, Harry.
No stranger to golf fans, Michelle McGann. Michelle, I don't see the big hat. I think I saw it earlier,
It
maybe.
was out earlier. This is like the lunch hat and the driving hat, you know? Like
Looks
I had
great.
to take it off. Thanks.
Everything looks great.
Thank you.
Hey, Betsy King, I mean, hometown girl up here in Berks County, and she has been, I'm sure, an inspiration not just to people like yourself who have known her for several years, but for the younger LPGA members. What does Betsy King mean to the tour and beyond?
Well, you know, Betsy was one of our pioneers. You know, I feel like I was very fortunate when I went on tour in 1989, and all these ladies, Betsy King, Joanne Carner, Beth Daniel, Pat Bradley, Patty Sheehan, I completely looked up to them. and then then being able to compete against them, and sometimes getting a few wins against all these players. Geez, like you pinch yourself, like, did that really happen? And now, there's so many young players that I think she's inspired, all the work she's done for Golf for Africa. It's just nice. It's nice to be back, nice to be around the newer girls and see a bunch of old friends. And, hey, I had two great foursomes today. So I look forward to, new friendships that I built with them.
Michelle, thank you. Thanks
No,
for coming
thank
all the
you.
way from
Thank
Florida. The impact that this lady Betsy King has on all kinds of people, especially members of the LPGA Tour. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you.
The Golf Association of Philadelphia. Founded in 1897, GAP is the nation's oldest regional or state golf association. We serve amateur golf in Eastern PA, Southern New Jersey, and all of Delaware. GAP welcomes all golfers, junior or senior, male or female, public or private. Join the Golf Association of Philadelphia today. Our mission is always to preserve, protect, and promote the great game of golf. Before you tee it up, look us up. Visit gapgolf.org to find out more.
Welcome back to Inside Golf. Recently, the Golf Association of Philadelphia held its annual Mid-Amateur Championship. The venue was Old York Road Country Club, and here's GAP's Marty Emino. He's got all the details.
Thanks, Harry. GAP's expanded geographical reach in recent years has led to a larger talent pool competing for association titles. At this year's Middle Amateur Championship, presented by NJM Insurance Group, Dave Mecca of Clark Summit in Northeast Pennsylvania made the biggest splash. Mecca posted a sensational second round 1 under par 70 at a very difficult Old York Road Country Club to win by a shot. Mecca finished the tournament's 36 holes at 2 over 144 total. His winning score, the highest since Michael McDermott's 2008 victory at Fieldstone.
It's surreal. It's awesome for finally an AGA guy winning, but I'm just really happy with how I played today. Yesterday I didn't strike it all that great, and I just got around the course, and today I had my A game. I putted very well. I hit the ball well, with the exception to like one shot, but I'm very happy with how I played. This course is playing very difficult. I played very well.
Just a year ago, Mecca made waves in GAP AGA circles when he guided Glen Oak Country Club to victory in the prestigious men's Cole Scuttle. Mecca wasn't alone in bringing glory to the northeast portion of the state and the Anthracite Golf region. A trio tied for second with another GAP AGA member representing. That's John Barone of Glenmora National Golf Club. Barone shared the second spot with first-round co-leader Stuart Rickenbach of Huntington Valley and Ben Feld of Green Valley, a former MidAm champion.
I mean, there's a handful of golfers I know that come down and compete in this tournament, and AGA puts on some events with Patrick Lloyd. He does a good job up there. I think me and him being at the top of this MidAm, says a lot about the golf up in that area.
Barone, who attended Temple University and was a college standout, was favored to hoist the trophy after 14 holes of the final round. He held a 2-shot lead after making this unlikely birdie on the par 3 14th. However, 3 straight bogeys on the ensuing 3 holes spelled doom. The troubles started here on the par 5 15th, when he failed to get up and down from the greenside bunker. The 30-year-old Mecca entered round 2 3 shots in back of the aforementioned Rickenbach and the other first-round co-leader, Ryan Beck of the host club. Mecca actually appeared to play himself out of the championship almost immediately with a double bogey on the par 4 second. His description of what happened? I bladed a wedge 40 yards over the green. He continued, that calmed my nerves because I thought I was done. But he wasn't. The birdie train was just leaving the station. Mecca registered 4 birdies on the next 7 holes to remain a leaderboard factor.
I played better under pressure. I birdied 8, 9, and then I made a long one on 10, and then I thought that might be close. I should probably check the scores. And then I saw I was only 1 back. So I stepped up. I saw where I was, and I stepped up on 11 and hit one of my best drives of the day.
6 more pars followed. On a day when the golf course played hard and fast, to the tune of 8 over par on average, Mecca's steadiness proved bountiful. And when the former Hofstra captain tapped in for another par here on 18, it proved euphoric. Perhaps even more incredible than Mecca's championship performance was his physical status weeks prior to the event. He contracted the shingles virus around week 2 of the BMW Gap team matches, which was played on April 30th. He didn't swing a club again until May 11th, and that was in preparation for the US Open local qualifying at Huntsville. For those that don't know what shingles are, it's a painful rash that develops on one side of the face or body. Mecca said it affected his left shoulder and chest areas.
I was out for like 2.5 weeks. I've played maybe less than 10 rounds this year, but I got a lesson. I sent some videos to my coach, Anthony Sebastianelli, and he set me straight for these last week, and I've really been swinging it well.
What a performance by Dave Mecca. Well played. Reporting for Gap, I'm Marty Emino.
Thanks, Marty. Coming up next here on Inside Golf, some thoughts on the recently played U.S. Open at Los Angeles Country Club. Thoughts from our teed-off panel. That's coming up. USGA took care of business, right?
Exactly. Well, and it's funny, there was some commentary about it being too easy on the first day.
Welcome back. Inside Golf continues with our teed-off panel. Yeah, we're back here at the Lulu Country Club in Upper Dublin. For more information, go to their website. It is lulucc.com. Back with us is Joe Logan. He holds down the fort all the time at myphillygolf.com. We have a newcomer to our panel. It's Beatrice Smith. Beatrice, welcome.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
You are an assistant professional at Gulf Mills, and as I said, making her first appearance here on Teed Off. And I hope she's going to be back for more. You never know, no. We've had walk-offs. Not really. One guy who never walks off and is a major contributor for the last, several years, but he's been the president of GAP, Golf Association of Philadelphia, now in his 3rd year, and that's Oscar Mestry. Good to see you.
Great to see you, Harry.
Let's talk, Joe. Have you ever been at LA Country Club?
No, I haven't.
One of your few spots that you've missed in your long career as a golf journalist. The recent Open, of course, was at LACC, went through some changes with Gil Hands and Jim Wagner and Jeff Shackelford. First of all, the layout of the golf course. What did you see? Now, you weren't there, so it's hard to fully appreciate what Gil Hands and his crew did.
I liked it. It reminded me somewhat of Brookline last year. Very different sort of course than these traditional U.S. Open courses that we've seen, but that doesn't mean it's a bad thing. And, it's coming back in, 20 years or something like that. So I thought it held up well and acquitted itself well through the Open.
Yeah, I guess, Beatrice, one thing that everybody goes by are the scores. And traditionally, an Open is somewhere around par, in some cases above. This was hardly the case, though, this year with the winning score, 10 under or something like that. Yep. What did you think of the way the pros handled LACC?
I mean, I thought it was interesting, especially the fact that, people got to 9 under on the first day, and the winning score was 10 under, so it clearly got a lot harder over the next 3 days.
USGA took care of business, right?
Exactly. Well, and it's funny, there was some commentary about it being too easy on the first day, just because of the weather. But I wouldn't necessarily call it an easy course by any means. There were a lot of blind shots, a lot of interesting lines that golfers took, and I think it held up really nicely as a U.S. Open course.
Yeah, interesting bylines going in, of course. You know, Rory hasn't won an Open in, 9 years or something like that, I think 2014. And he came close again.
Yep.
He just can't close, Oscar. I know you don't know that feeling because, you know how to close.
I don't know about, it's hard to say to somebody you can't close, or you wouldn't want to depict or rate somebody as a non-closer. I think that the reality is, people aren't cooperating with him, right? The winner played fantastic. Under pressure, he made some incredible up and downs, deserved to win. So, it's a bad rap, unfortunately, for Rory. I mean, he's got all cameras and all eyes on him. But I think he's, like he said, he'll take 100 of these Sundays to get the next one, to win one. It'd be worth it. And I think he's going to be just fine. His game is obviously a U.S. Open type game.
Oh, no question. One guy, Joe, who's had the label of maybe the best player never to have won a major, Ricky Fowler, is the way he played and hung in. He's in the last group. You couldn't have asked for a better sentimental favorite, I don't think, more so than even McIlroy. Do you agree?
Well, I mean, the rap on him has always been he was far more popular than you would think. He'd won 4 tournaments at that point.
Yeah.
But he was getting rich off TV commercials, and he was a very, very popular player. But then he went into the abyss for a while, wandering lost in the golf forest. But now he seems to be back.
Like all of us.
Yeah.
Some of us never come out.
Well, Butch Harmon was getting a lot of credit for that. Right?
Yes, he was, and deservedly so.
Obviously.
We'll see if he can. Is this a one-off kind of fluky thing, or is he going to be back?
And then our winner, Wyndham Clark, is going to be a guy I think we're going to hear a lot about, Beatrice. First of all, I love his first name. I feel like I'm checking in at a hotel.
Yeah.
Wyndham Clark, but he can really play.
Yeah. I mean, it was incredible watching him. He would hit some shots and put himself in not a great position, but his recovery efforts were better than I've seen. I mean, it was really incredible how he really didn't let anything rattle him. And he was just super steady all week, which I thought was really impressive.
Yeah, it really was. And now let's get into one of the controversies was the fact that there didn't seem to be as many people live on the golf course as there is in the past. And there's some theories as to why that happened, Oscar, right?
Well, I think, first of all, let's point out that the USGA had capped daily tickets at 22.5. So very similar to the size they were implementing at Marion. And then beyond that, I think the word or where the rumor is that members bought a lot of those tickets up, so that there maybe were only 4,500 or so tickets available per day.
Wow.
If you looked at, again, I haven't been there, but what you could see on TV, there's a lot of spots that weren't made for watching. So it's probably one of those golf courses. It's a little tougher on the spectator too.
Logistically, to get around.
Correct. I mean, if those fairways slope so hard left to right, or or right to left, where are you going to stand on those, right? There's only one place to stand, and they kind of left the middle of the golf course open, right? Because holes were going parallel and whatnot with no trees.
I heard though, it's settled on over 300 acres, which is traditionally is a lot of golf expanse.
Right.
But a lot of it is ravines, or as they call them out there, what is it, Joe? Barrancas, yeah, which are like little, valleys,
washes,
and a lot of it comes into play. Yes. So, and a lot of it's not good for guys like me trying to walk around that. And you have a theory.
Which theory?
Well, for television watchers more than live audiences.
Yeah. They're inching it toward being a television
like
spectacle.
Studio golf almost.
Studio golf, yeah. I mean, this is one more step in that direction, if you ask me.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll see how soon they go back to LACC. Thank you, panel. Back, more of Inside Golf coming up. Designed by Donald Ross, Lulu Country Club is one of the premier private golf courses in Montgomery County. This classic 18-hole course boasts a new state-of-the-art clubhouse with many amenities for members to enjoy. Members are invited to play in events, tournaments, and enjoy guest privileges. For more information, contact membership at lulucc.com.
Hi, Tony Salucci with the Beacon Group of Companies. If your company has between 50 and 500 employees enrolled in your health insurance plan, there's a really good chance we can reduce your costs significantly and increase the benefits employees receive. How do we do it? We put you together with several thousand employers of a similar size across the country, so your company can get amazing buying power. Schedule a conversation with one of our employee benefits specialists today at mybeacongroup.com.
For your investment management must-haves, there's Haverford.
From anyone you speak with, from the front desk to your portfolio manager to an investment officer, we make everything feel really easy so that you can sleep well at night.
Everybody here is working together for that one goal, to make sure our clients are very well serviced.
Well, that's going to do it for this week's edition of Inside Golf. This year, we're doing a special. It's an Inside Golf special, takes 2 weeks, and it looks at the recently played Philadelphia Golf Association and BMW Amateur Championship. It was played at Huntington Valley. 2 collegians are in the final. I'm not going to give away who won, but it was a dramatic match over the course of the 36-hole event at Huntington Valley. We're going to show that on special editions of Inside Golf. You won't want to miss that. Thanks for joining us today. I'm Harry Donahue. See you next time, next week, here on Inside Golf.
The 26th season of Inside Golf is presented by Destination Montco Golf. Your next golf getaway is in Valley Forge in Montgomery County, Pennsylvania. Visit valleyforge.org. By the First Tee Greater Philadelphia. The First Tee not only helps young men and women become better golfers, but most important, better people. Get involved. Visit firstteephiladelphia.org. By the Philadelphia Association of Golf Course Superintendents, a community of professionals enhancing the game of golf since 1925. Make sure you thank your golf course superintendent today. By the Golf Association of Philadelphia, GAP, celebrating amateur golf since 1897. By Jersey Man and Philly Man Magazine, a digital publication and private business network. Read the current issue free at jerseymanmagazine.com. By the Haverford Trust Company. For life's must-haves, there's Haverford. And by Inside Golf's partner since 1998, the Philadelphia PGA Section, the experts in the game and business of golf.